Hey developers, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to explore the Lynx Explorer. As you may remember, we just having that Explorer just installing that application here in our simulator. The good thing is that here in the showcase you can see almost all of the actions is just explained a bit here, and also we can understand how this input functionality is working, because there is no proper documentation how that text input can work. But if we roll back to just provide this entire app data, if we can capture, we can understand how those things work. So in the showcase, if about the animation, you can just check how the keyframe work, and also for the keyframe rotate, you see everything is just explained. If we can view this code, then we can understand it in a very good fashion and in a very good manner, and that's what we are going to do. We're gonna break it down a bit by bit, and I'm gonna create a playlist where the Lynx Explorer, we're gonna break it down. Like also, if you just toggle through this particular section here, you can just make the things perfectly aligned. And as you know, this entire core is right here in this repo. So what we need to do, we just need to clone this repo, and then we can have access to all of those things. So now I just take a build folder here, and here I'm gonna take my terminal, and from there I'm gonna just make that git clone and paste the command. So it's gonna clone everything right here from this particular segment, and then we're gonna open it in our text editor, and then we're gonna find how we can resolve those scenario. Okay, cloning is done. If I put ls, let's go cd into Lynx, and then I'm gonna open it in my Visual Studio Code. Now if you're having any other editor, you are perfectly fine to just use that. And as you see, we have everything here, like from all of the Lynx property all are here. And as you see, we are going to explore the Explorer, not any other, but explore the Explorer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close it. I don't need to just run that entire screen here. So I'm gonna put ls, and let's say cd explorer, and I'm gonna open my editor on that particular segment. So you know, the less directory, less headache, less dependency. Here we have like a 4 directory here. One is for the Android, by which we can build the Android app, the one you can install in Android. And then we have one our Darwin parameter, by which we can get the iOS application. And then we have our home page. That's the basically entire home scenario. You see, this is the one which is right here. And then we have our showcase, which is going to be this screen. So as you see, everything we have right here to understand. So first we're gonna break it down, that home page here. So first of all, I want to go and open you the another terminal here. So first we're gonna go, let's say cd into home page, and as you see, that's the beauty of here. Every single page scenario have a dependency, like having the package and others. So I have a package here which is running by of that rspd, and we need to just get that dependency. So let's say npm, or we can use that pnpmi. So it will install that dependency for me. Okay, installing, and after that we can run and just see, we can run the Explorer within the Explorer. So that's what we're gonna do, because to understand Lynx is pretty much good if you can just write down every logic, and if you can break down whatever the build within that focus, because you know, it's still upgrading. I'm not saying it's the best one yet, but still upgrading, so it's better to be on there. So npm dev, so it's gonna run our application in our local dev server. As you see, I just opened that application right here. If I just close here, you can just simply see I just opened that Explorer. And if you don't know how to configure that Explorer in your Windows or in your iOS, Windows, still I'm facing problem. I'm gonna make that video very sure, but I will go with that like for iOS. Now I need to open that one. Let's just enter here. So after entering, paste here, enter. Now this is my Lynx Explorer actually. So I can now, you see, I can go back. So that's the best thing, I can go back, because this the Explorer within the Explorer. Now what is the beauty of here, I can now go through the code line here. So this is my home page, right? So if I go home, and this is my index.ts file here, so I'm gonna just go and close that. Then let's just see from where the things is coming here. So if we go and at the home page, you see that current home page is returning here, so I can click here, this is the home page, which is right here in the index, and the home page is coming from components homepage. So I need to go in the components and homepage and that index.tsx. And by the way, it's configured with for the SCSS, you know, the SAS. So you can go and prefetch. We can also understand how those things actually work, and pretty good thing. See how navigator work here. This is very cool. We can understand a lot of dependency here by just exploring. So now in that home we have a lot of other things. So what we can do, we're gonna come at the top. You see the Lynx Explorer. I'm gonna rename it as My Explorer. See, it's changing. Yes, it's changed. It's working perfect. And then we can also make that, see the text mode here, the input field, which is very difficult. Like if you just explore their entire segment of the application, like if I search for the list, and in that particular parameter on the segment, like in the core feature of that built-in elements, we have view, text, image, scroll view, list, page, but we doesn't have the text input. But here they use it, so we can explore that, and then of course we're gonna build our own. That's why I'm showcasing to you. After exploring that, we will build that input. So all the scenario, how the way they're prefetching here, we're gonna grab that and then we're gonna use it within our application. Because as you see, by default that Android Darwin, this directory is not not creating by default, but we're gonna explore how we can create it. So first of all, let's see, we're gonna change something here. So I'm gonna just write that enter URL to continue. Let's see if it's changing. Okay, changing. So here we can say enter your URL. Everything is changing. And now also we can say here in the button, let's we can just simply pass one here. Let's okay, where's my apostrophe? Let's go. And you see, let's go. So this is very cool, you know. So now you can also make the design. You see the input box design here, we can change that one. And then if we go in the index.css, we will search for this one. As you see, we can pass the border. So the border width is, we can just provide 1 by 1. So I will just make that 1 pixel. Okay, 1 pixel solid, and I'm gonna pass that block. Okay, what is that? Okay, block. Okay, you see it's a breaking. I think something I misspell. So let's just go here. Is it something happening? I don't know. So let's go back to the home again. Let's run again. Okay, and if we just make that 1 pixel, right? Should be imposing. Yeah, that is the one, 1 pixel. And I'm gonna make it, let's say, black. Oh, black color is not okay, because it's over here, the border color. So we can just confidently passing over here. I think instead of that, we can just simply write the black text. It's breaking. Okay, we are having here. Now also we can make some padding. So let's say padding, I'm gonna provide the padding on the right side. I'm gonna pass like 10 pixel. Okay, so you're gonna having a padding of 10 pixels. So if we write something, it should be like 10 pixel opacity. No, it's, I think, left padding. Yeah, should be left padding. Okay, you see. Okay, so now we know how to configure that. So you know, you can start typing your own way, and that will be a very perfect to go through it. I don't know why this okay, so I can go with 80, I think so. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Now I can know. Now I know how to configure that. And also we can go with the border radius. So border radius, let's put that one as 10 pixel. Enter. And as you see, I think 10 pixel is more. I can make it as a 5 pixel. I think that would be perfect. So this is how you can go. And by the way, you can create, because as you see that Android right here, and also you see all the Gradle file. If you build any application using Android Studio or building any application using React Native, you know how to convert it. I can go into CD into Android, then I can run the Gradle to just make one APK, you know, to make it release APK or debug APK. I can create it right now. So this is we're gonna create, of course. So we are using their own Lynx Explorer, but we're gonna create our own Explorer. Then we're gonna run within our application here. So that would be very good testify, and we can simulate it a very good way. So this is kind of very good and interesting build we are having here. So now, as you see, you can add as more things as you want. You can add as more topic here, but today we're gonna explore the showcase. And why I'm going over their showcase, we're gonna go this input field we're gonna create by ourselves, no worries, but we're gonna first go to the showcase to see all of those data scenario. So now from the home and over here in the components, so this is my components here, and this is my, it will not be in the home, but it will be in the this showcase right here. Then if I go in the menu, then I'm gonna having each and everything, and as you see, this is having another self dependency here by which they are using the like all of the animation and other properties. Like if we go here and then from the showcase over the menu, I'm gonna go in index file, and over there I can just check this is the menu, all of the menu items here from the components menu. So let's go components and menu index file. So this is all of the menu item who's gonna coming over here. If I just scroll back to the menu item, as you see in the menu item, I'm gonna having an array properties, I believe. So I think for the animation, I think the sub menu going to holding the things. So now this is the animation. If I go inside, okay, that's the sub, that's the within the sub menu, but this gonna holding my menu item. So all of those things gonna popping up here. I think that would be injecting from my index file. So let's just see. Yeah, that's the one. You see, if I try like new animation, I think it will change for sure. It will not change yet because I didn't run my application yet. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go out. You see, I will run the showcase right now. So let's just open my terminal here. I'm gonna close my application right now, the previous one, close it. So put ls, let's go cd dot put ls. Now see the showcase. So cd showcase, and here I'm gonna run that pnpmi to install the dependency. Again, I'm saying we're gonna explore the showcase first today, then we're gonna go one by one to just capture other dependency, capture other priority basis work. But first we're gonna explore all of the showcase data, and of course we're gonna go with our explorer. Just provide a time to install all of those dependency is installed. So now we're gonna run that pnpm dev to install okay. I think if we go ls, why we are having that pnpm run dev. Okay, I think the script is missing here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna borrow the script from my package here. So that would be that would be dev rspd dev. So let's go over here, and as you see, it doesn't have any dev right here. So we're gonna borrow this like the dev here. So pnpm dev, I think. Okay, this is pretty good. Cannot find rspd. Oh, I think this can be allocate or relocate the package. Is not working properly. So rspd dev rspd mode. I'm gonna just copy this entire process just to showcase if we can pass that through the data layer. So I'm gonna just run that one here. Okay, cool. Let's see. pnpm dev. Okay, still I think I'm gonna just check what we are missing. Maybe we are missing the package. So now Lynx rspd.js is having here, and I think this is not having here. So let's just, I'm gonna go and just bring back through all of this, because I think we are having here this entire plugin setup and others. So I will just go and make it in a very good way to explain. And so, and previously I didn't try it, so they just fix that and rerun again. I think we can run that. So let's say pnpm dev, if it's running. Okay, cool, it's still not running. Okay, I'm gonna just check the configuration a bit. I think the problem is not here. So I'm gonna just reimburse everything. Problem is not here because as you see in the showcase, we have one menu here, right? The problem is lying here. So in the menu, we are having each and everything. So I'm gonna just clear this one. Let's cd into menu and put ls. Now I can see each and everything. So let's say pnpmi. So here the dependency and as you see, we can just run the deployment. So this is a two separate. We have the showcase and where we're having the build configuration by which we can run the build configuration data. So and then we have our like for the menu segment here. So that's the menu holding this entire showcase segment. So now, okay, I think our application is running. I'm gonna just copy that. I think this is the same one. Let's go. Okay, now we are having on the menu item. So now as you see, as a developer, you're gonna just explore a bit in a very good situation to understand the sub menu setup and the context setup in a very good way. So we have new animation. See, it's done, it's working. If I go animation, it will change for sure. Okay, I have the animation but it's not changing. So let's go back. Yeah, it's changing. But we can do one more thing to go with that. You know, you can go with to Lynx adapt tool to just go focus and how the things can be competitively done here. As you see, we can just bring it back in the live to go and the focus. So I'm not gonna do that here because, you know, we'll go in the like a simple setup. So if we go animation, you see the animate right is just providing here. So how the animate is running. So if you go in the sub menu, you see the animation. Okay, so whenever we are in the animation, the URL is focusing on that particular bundle. Okay, so like there's a file links local showcase animation animate links dot bundle. So they created a bundle here, I think so. So here they're gonna go with that file links animation. Okay, I think we can find that for sure, even though we cannot be open that one because it's just a bundle data, but we can having understanding how the animate things can work, like keyframe animation. You see how the things is changing. You can provide the merging data and others. Like if we go about for the CSS, you can see the background, what kind of background, the linear gradient, how the gradient can work and how the setup can be done. You see all of those in the animation layout, list, scroll view, text. So all the sub menu data is right here. So first we're gonna go with that for the CSS. So wherever we are having the CSS data, so as you see CSS, it's gonna showcase for the BG links bundle. Of course we have no permission to open that bundle data, but you know, we can just explore a bit. So instead of writing, just focusing on the documentation, it's very difficult to find the things right here. I better suggest you to go follow up this. You can go with the image background parameter here and also the border parameter here, how the border is working, how the context menu is happening. And if we just go for fetching the API, if I fetch the data, you can see it's fetching the data. So this is practically everything right here. Also, if we go in the scroll view, let's say basic scroll view, you can see for the horizontal, and then we have our vertical scroll view parameter. If we have the sticky, we have all the sticky parameter resolution is right here. So this is pretty cool here. And by so far you can access the data also. If we just go in our, like if we find through something like distribution URL, and as you see the animation background, you can see how those chunk is good to go and how the distribution is making through when it's bundling here. You can go with also the JSON parameter. So you see everything is just expandable. You can go and explore. So it depends how you are exploring, how you are going to like focusing on the things, how it can be done. So this is a very amazing and a cool setup by which you can have a very good idea, by which we can have a very good sense of like understanding how the things can be happening or done here. So now from my side, this is a simple contradiction how you can explore the Explorer in a very good way and a very proper manner. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna explore each and every single segment from this showcase, from this endpoint, like from that text input, and to this animation, CSS, fetch API, image, layout, lazy bundle, list, scroll view or view. We're gonna scroll each and everything. We're gonna understand each and every single segment. The way it's explaining here, we're gonna try to understand. We're gonna make this property in a very good way. So within 1 or 2 weeks, we're gonna master that Lynx properties. I know it's new and I'm loving it to exploring it. I'm not saying it's a fantastic, it's the best one. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, I'm trying my best to understand it. And why? Because it's very cool. It's easy to understand. You see, it's very simple. Like from only a single repo, I can now access the entire code segment, and now I can just run in my local and having all the things properly. And by the way, if I just run the command and export the APK, I can do it. Now, suppose if I want to generate an APK, as you see, if I take another terminal here, if I put ls, I should be here in that main directory. Let's go cd into Android. Now, Android directory is right here. You know, for the Gradle properties, if you just view through that, I think pretty much Explorer, and then also the build setup is right here. Gradle properties is here, so we can go and configure the build if we want. So this Lynx Explorer is gonna build through this particular segment, and also you can build through the main thread here. So if you go here, I think okay, yeah, as you see, you can just go and up to date the data, because it's the old data, the way the properties is working. Also in the Gradle, you see that you need to use that distribution URL. You cannot directly go with a jump and the Gradle 6.7.1. no, you need to go with the HTTPS value and actual Gradle documentation. If you want me to explain that one, if you want to learn that one, let me know in the comments. I will drop it each and every single segment, because instead of download and using their own app, we can manage our own APK, and then we can run our own application layer within this APK. So all it will run in our local server. So that's how we can go, and this everything it can be done. I did it, and you can also do it. So trust me, if you are having those issues, so I think let me know in the comments. I'll go through it, and let me know which one you want to explore first from the showcase data. You know, if you're having the app, let me know which one you are going to trying first, and then we're gonna go one by one. We're gonna go a bit by bit and break each and everything. And that's what I explore the Lynx Explorer, and I think this is a very good way to understand, and it's really super cool. I never found anything that's this much details is providing in the app. This is very cool, and I really love it. So all the best, explore it, and even if you're having any issue, any particular things, let me know in the comments, and I'm gonna see you in next video.